last division in the AFC is the AFC West. So, um,
Hmm.
I have the Chiefs at the 3 seed. So I have them going 14-3. It's kind of hard to believe that at 14-3 they are the 3 seed, but I have the Browns and the Colts kind of ahead of them, and I think the Colts win the head-to-head or they don't play in the regular season. Never mind. Uh, but uh, but the Colts have a better division record. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. I actually have the Chiefs losing 2 division games, so 2 of their 3
Yeah.
losses come in the division. Uh, but the big surprise for me
Okay.
was I had the Chargers making the playoffs as a wild card at the 6 seed. So
Yep. Same here. Yep. I'm really liking the Chargers schedule, and I'm really liking just kind of the overall uh, team that they're starting to develop. Justin Herbert had a great season last year, and I think it's only going to get better. And I'm looking at their schedule. They don't really have well. I take that back. Their first 6 games before their bye week is fairly tough. They play a tough team in Washington with arguably the best defense. I think they'll beat Dallas. I had them losing to Kansas City. But then their next couple of games, the Raiders, Cleveland, and Baltimore, those can go. I
yeah,
think those 3 games could go anyway. So I have them going into the bye week at 5-1, but I could also see them going in at 3-3, maybe even 2-4 as well. So it's just going to be on how their team has developed chemistry wise, and how they continue on that coaching,
yeah.
continue their
So for
coaching.
me, I have them coming out losing to the
Yes, sir.
Cowboys and going into that bye week at 3-3, and then they only lose 2 more games
Okay.
after that because I think they'll beat the Steelers, beat the Broncos. I have them losing to the Bengals in Week 13, and then they go on a 5-game win streak to kind of close out the season. So is it that?
Yeah. 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 Because you're right. Because actually, after that bye week, they play New England at home. I think they can win that. Coming off a
Yeah.
bye week, they have 2 weeks to prepare against New England. But then I see them beating Philly, Minnesota, Pittsburgh, Denver. I have them beating the Bengals and the Giants. And then, I mean, that right there, if they beat New England, one, two,
Uh,
three, 4, 5, 6, 7 games in a row. And looking at those teams, that's not impossible. Like just as of now, I'd love to see based of injuries and how teams do. Like if the Bengals just take off and Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase are just amazing. Um, but I do agree with you that
yeah.
that the Chargers I think are going to
And
make the
I think
playoffs
they're a
this
much
year.
improved team, but I think they just have an easier
And be
schedule.
pretty competitive.
Like, uh, I mean, like I said, in
Yeah,
the back half of the season, I think they're going to
yeah,
play. What is that? One, two, three, four, uh, uh, 5, 6, 7. They'll play 7 teams in the back half of their schedule that I think will have a losing or 500 record. So, I mean that for me is a
yeah.
big is a big that's a big deal for them because I think they can go in and play well.
Uh huh.
So, but other than that, in that division, I have Denver going 9-8 and the Raiders
Yeah.
actually going 3-14. I think this will be Derek Carr's last year under John Gruden, uh, and I think he'll be on the market looking for another team after this. But uh,
Well,
I did
did you hear
not
what he
know.
said today? So he said if the Raiders cut him, he'd probably just
Derek
quit.
Carr,
He'd probably just stop playing. Yeah, which and
31.
how
I
old
want to
is
say
he
he's Matthew
now?
Stafford's
I
age.
mean, I don't even think yeah, yeah, like,
He's
he might
30.
not even be. Uh, there's no desire to leave the team. I'd probably quit football if I had to play for somebody else. So, I mean,
I mean,
honestly, he can
true,
do what
but
he wants. I mean, he's
I
got
don't
all
know.
the money in the world. I mean, he's a millionaire. So,
That's crazy to me.
yeah, yeah. Um, Yeah, the Raiders. I think one final thought because I think we both agree that the Broncos. I had them going 8-9. Somewhat successful season, but still just kind of there in the middle of the road. Raiders, though, I think that they're on the cusp. They're one of those teams, kind of like with Miami and Tennessee. where I don't think
Hmm.
they're going to be one of the bubble teams. Like I think we can agree looking at the AFC now. I think Kansas City, Buffalo, Indianapolis, and Cleveland. I think those are actually kind of the hands down favorites to win the division. I feel like the Chargers are going to win,
Hmm.
are going to make the playoffs. I feel like New England's going to make the playoffs. Uh, so there's six teams right there. Now Tennessee, Miami, and the Raiders, I think are going to be kind of those bubble teams. So it's going to be very interesting to see. And actually, it's really interesting. Las
Hmm.
Vegas plays Miami. Miami plays both
Yeah.
teams.